Hi everybody, it's your girl Tofu. Today we are doing a short little review of Alita Battle Angel and the 7 reasons why you should see it probably like right now, like today. If not today, like tomorrow. You need to see it. Alright, let's get into it. Alita Battle Angel is a darkly lit, cyberpunky, live-action anime adaptation, I think, about Alita, a mysterious semi-human girl in a sort of post-apocalyptic world who is trying to find herself and see where she fits into a family, relationships, and this unfamiliar world. Because the bitch literally lost her memory and can't remember jack shit about who she is. Alright, let me tell you about the 7 reasons why you need to see this movie right now. 1. Alita Battle Angel is a movie produced by James Cameron, and I don't know about you guys, but I've never been, disappointed by his work or any of his movies. Even to this date, Avatar is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I have a real soft spot in my heart for Titanic even. That being said, it is a James Cameron movie, so you are going to be sitting in the theater for a while. There was a point in the theater when I was like, it's been 3 hours, right? I'm like, and I don't see this movie ending. But I almost didn't mind it, because it was that good of a fucking movie. But just as a warning. 2. Fight and action sequences. There was something so fucking smooth about these fight scenes. And ever since I watched Matthew Vaughn's Kingsman in 2014, I actually prefer this type of filming over any other type of action sequence filming. While watching it, it feels like there weren't that many cuts and all the fights were really crisp, yet continuous. It just flowed from one frame to another, or from one character to another, it was just really, really good. 3. Brilliant world building. Oh, it just looks fucking good. It looks fucking good. Everything in this movie was never over-explained, and they didn't under-explain it. They gave me just enough to understand what was happening in that moment for this movie, and they gave me enough information to fall in love with the world. Also, Motorball looks fucking dope. So, yeah, see this movie. 4. Alita's eyes and other special effects. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. Look at her fucking eyes. Look at that. That shit is so fucking cool. She looks a little bit like the girls from Frozen, Elsa or whatever the fuck her name was. The way she moves is so fluid, and I don't know, the motion capture on this is really fucking good in my opinion. I think there's something really natural about the way they did this, and I think it's really cool to see the juxtaposition between Alita, who is a CG character, in a world that is not CG. I mean, for some scenes. I mean, other scenes. You get my fucking gist. 5. Compelling story. Alright, so this is really important to me, that a story is unpredictable. I don't want to sit in the fucking theaters thinking, oh my god, I know exactly where this is going. That is my least favorite thing about seeing a movie. So when a movie like Alita comes out and I'm sitting there in the theaters and I have no idea what's going to happen next, I really appreciate that. I was watching this with my boyfriend on Valentine's Day, and we were just looking at each other and kind of whispering in the theater, which you definitely shouldn't do. And we were like, holy shit, do you know where this is going? I don't know where this is going. What are they going to do? This movie could end in 500 different ways. And honestly, I probably would have been okay with any of the 500 possible different endings that I was imagining, just because of how many times they kind of threw me off from the unpredictability of this movie. I think it was fantastically done in that way. Okay, and one of the most important things about this compelling story is that they didn't spend too much time on the stupid fucking origin story. I hate that so much about movies. I don't care if it's a brand new world. I don't care if it's brand new characters. Origin stories are origin stories. I can only take so much of it before I'm ready to kill someone or snap someone's neck. They are so boring. They are so predictable. I have such an issue with them. I really like that Alita didn't spend too much time on an origin story. They gave me just enough material to understand what was going on, but they didn't give me too much where I was just oh my god, move on, please, Jesus. The last thing about the compelling story is that it was surprisingly emotional, and I guess I would expect nothing less from a film that James Cameron produced, but still, there were just some moments when I was sitting there in the theater and I was like, oh, fuck, that hurts. And I'm I did not sign up for this shit. It was there were some moments, and you'll know when you see them, and you're just and then you start crying, there were good moments though. I really like a little bit of emotional depth in the films that I watch, and I really liked this aspect that they gave me. 6. The soundtrack. Overall, I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack still had that same sort of powerful and dramatic tone that Avatar's soundtrack had. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it had French horns and shit, super inspirational or whatever, majestic and shit. But Alita's soundtrack also still had moments of mystery and novelty, also like Avatar, with the flutes and the xylophone, the xylophone thingy. But the biggest thing that I loved about the Alita soundtrack was that it was electronic-y, fast-paced, and had a really good beat, but all while still having like musical depth. My favorite parts of the soundtrack had sort of like a cyberpunk feel. Like the tones are super epic and badass. Like you're just listening to it and you're like, oh, shit. Like it's music to work out to game to draw to, and there's just something about it that makes you feel super inspired, energetic, and bizarrely creative. If you're interested, take a listen to the full song Motorball on the soundtrack to get a feel for what I mean. 7th reason why you should see Alita Battle Angel. Honestly, I want a sequel, and if I can't have a fucking sequel if this movie doesn't make enough fucking money for me to get a sequel. So this is selfish, yes, but I want a sequel, so you guys need to get your booties out there and watch this fucking film for me. Thank you. Alright, the conclusion is you should watch it. Bottom line, I don't think anyone would ever regret going to see this in theaters or even just watching it one day. Like, I don't think you would ever regret seeing this. So that is my conclusion. That is my review of Alita Battle Angel. I hope you'll consider seeing it. It's a great film in my opinion. And until the next episode of whatever we're doing, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.